quieter in here, so we'll be able to take a nicer tour. We've been in this facility for almost 20 years now. This is about 4,000 square feet of classroom facilities for the specific purpose of wood turning. The facility is shared with two functions, both the class, which is part of the Mount Diablo Adult Education System, and the Bay Area Woodturners Association, which also uses this facilities for its monthly professional society meetings. It's a close connection between the two of us, and I'll point out some of those connections in just a couple of minutes. Since we've been doing this for almost 20 years, we've been able to create all of our lessons for beginning and intermediate wood turning and codify it into a textbook which we use in all of our classes. Let me show you around the room a little bit more. This is the area where we prep wood and process it for many of our classes. The white jet bandsaw is reserved simply for cutting green wood, wood that has bark on it. The Laguna is reserved for our final cuts on pieces of dry wood to prepare sample blanks for various students. To my left here are the sharpening centers, and let me talk to you about those for a minute. Sharpening centers right here in the front of the room because it's a major component of all wood turning activities. We have 3 separate grinders, each one equipped with a sign and a specific station for a specific tool. This one labeled right here says bowl, and all of our bowl gouges are sharpened on that wheel with those settings. We've minimized the amount of waste of time, waste of tool metal for regrinding, and we've set it up for the safest possible operation. We're using a stabilized system for holding the tool. We're using CBN wheels, cubic boron nitride wheels, which are much safer and have a very long life. If your hand runs into this accidentally, you will not tear the skin as you would with the older aluminum oxide wheels. So for every tool, there's a specific location. Let me show you what's behind us, the teaching lathe. This gives me an opportunity to talk about not only the lathe that our instructors use to demonstrate to the classes, but also about the relationship between the Bay Area Woodturners Professional Turning Association and the school's classes. We both share the facility. Bay Area Woodturners holds their monthly meetings in my classroom and have contributed tremendously to the purchase of various pieces of equipment. Specifically, the lathe I'm leaning on right now doesn't physically belong to me or to the school. It belongs to the Bay Area Woodturners Association, who purchased it for use in this location through donations and contribution from the organization itself. Now, for the students to be able to see what's going on here, and you can't see them in the camera, but there are 4 positioned cameras around this room that allows us to be able to select the best view of what the turners are being shown by the instructor. There is a monitor up here which allows the instructor to also be able to see what everyone else sees on the large televisions. Let's go and take a quick look around some of the student lathes we have. I want to kind of give you a sense of where these lathes have come from and how we have acquired this many workstations for our students. All of these lathes are 1¼ by 8 threads. All of these lathes are 1.5 horsepower or more, which means everything we do in this room is interchangeable from one machine to the next. The machine I'm standing next to right here was donated to us by a professional association's member who decided to upgrade to a larger machine. It's a really nice contribution. This jet lathe, as an example, was one of my former students. When he passed away, his wife donated to our function all of his shop equipment. An unfortunate situation, but we actually have a plaque on the end of the lathe commemorating that donation. I have one other lathe I'd like to show you because it's very special to us. This is a robust Scout lathe. What's unique about it is it's on a stand that allows us to be able to tilt it forward at a number of different angles. I acquired this because it allowed us to be able to teach people who have some disabilities. That's not been an issue for us in the past, but we are prepared to be able to handle students with some physical disabilities if necessary. This came about from a donation from one of our students, contributed to by a couple of the instructors to add more funds to that, and has been purchased by the Bay Area Woodturners Association for use here in the classroom. I'm going to step back and show you one of the places where we prep the wood for our classes. This little alcove back here is where we bring in our raw stock. We buy timber from one of the local lumber companies, which we then process into sample blanks for different classes. This is where it's stored and where it's processed into those blanks. We have a shelf back here where the cutoffs then can go so they can be picked up and used for students for various practice pieces when they need to do that. Our library sits right here. And to my left is two cabinets, which is used by, again, the association for storing of their personal materials, such as the items that we have in our little store that the club runs, and other things that we need for membership meetings. Well, I hope this quick tour of our facility, our 4,000 square foot plus space, has been of some interest to you. This is where Dave and I work to produce all these videos, and you'll see us at various different lays in this room from time to time, and I hope maybe you'll recognize them from the background of shots like this. Interested in our videos? Keep coming back. We would like to provide things that you want to see, which means we need you to subscribe and be sure to send us emails or post comments below about what you would like us to be working on that would help you become a better turner. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Well, we focused on the facilities. These are the instructors who prepare lesson plans, teach classes, clean up facilities, repair equipment, buy supplies, and the teaching assistants who donate hundreds of hours each semester to support and help our students through their learning process. Without them, there would be no program, and this facility would not exist. Thank you for your tireless work and dedication.